question to me. Brandy's our director, by the way, helping us behind the scenes. How does the lack of snowfall affect drought in the summertime? Fantastic question.
That is a fantastic question. I mean, in the most part, my brain immediately just goes to like the spring, and since we live in such a flood-prone area, when we're experiencing drought conditions, it can be good, it can be bad. If we get a ton of rain, it overwhelms the ground immediately almost, and then we'll see a lot of runoff because it almost just gets absorbed and it gets really soggy, and then it just doesn't know what to do. Versus if there was a little bit of moisture, it kind of allows it to percolate more. But you know, it's not the worst thing to be in a slight drought in the winter, as long as it doesn't get super progressive, which is it's still not too bad. I would maybe like to see it back off a little bit more, but it's not horrible.
No, I don't. I agree with you. I don't think it's a terrible place to be right now because, as you mentioned, the spring flood risk and things like that. I know a lot of people. I've had comments on social media. They're like, you know, we need the moisture, but you know, it's only a level 1 drought, which is moderate, and there's 4 levels in total here, not counting D0. So it could be worse.
Yeah,
I think
if it continues to develop, what that could do going into the spring season and our severe weather season is when we have the dry ground, it can really, like, we'll see a system come through Iowa, and if we are so dry, you will just quite literally watch it fizzle apart because it's so dry. So again, you don't want it to get worse, but to be in a small drought is pretty helpful when we do go into the spring flooding season.
And I can't help but think too, you know, remember the first week of December, we froze so quickly that even if we did get snow after that, it's not really going to be able to penetrate the ground because the top of that soil is frozen. So, you know, even though we haven't seen much snow, either way, it's not beneficial yet because the ground is so frozen thanks to it being exposed constantly. So, but I do agree. Yeah, I think this is going to help with the spring flood risk. The fact that we don't have a lot of snow melt, even to the north. Yeah, there's not a lot of snow on the ground.
Yeah, once again, kind of